Happy screen time and thank you for subscribing for daily Pokemon Sleep Driflooniness. What? This is supposed to be the Shinx video, but I've been brown, you promised. Sorry. I'd like to formally apologize for breaking the picky peck rule of Pokemon Sleep. Don't commit to anything that you don't absolutely need to. While I was preparing to talk about Shinx today, I got a call from Neroli. Apparently Drifloon have floated into Snorlax camps around the world, so he sent me some stuff and asked me to report on this immediately. Sorry Shinx, maybe next week? Here's everything you need to know, and plenty you don't need to know, about Drifloon and Drifblim. We'll start with Drifloon. Did you know that Drifloon autocorrects to Frogloom? My phone also wanted to suggest Drugloon or Drugloony, and we've got this from Neroli. Perhaps seeking company, it's often seen approaching children. In rare cases, Drifloon have been spotted holding plush toys while they sleep. Maybe they've mistaken the toys for children. Well, Neroli, I see you've taken a very neutral stance to the drug lion controversy. Autocorrect. I mean, Drifloon controversy. Actually, autocorrect could be a cool name for a new Pokemon. Historically, researchers have reported that Drifloons kidnap children. This has been a long perpetuated claim throughout Pokedexes. But let me share with you the most extreme version of this I've found. Drifloon appears in the Pokemon Stadium 2 stage of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And check out its trophy information. A balloon Pokemon that appears each Friday at the Valley Windworks in the Sinnoh region. It's round and cute, but it has a dreadful side too, as it attempts to drag children into the underworld by their hands. It likes damp humid seasons. If it's on the verge of fainting in battle, it will counterattack by self-destructing. Oh my gosh, the underworld? Hey kid, let me take your hand and drag you down to hell. Don't be at ease in Zion. So while researchers' claims have ranged from kidnapping to hell diving, in recent years, Pokemon fans online have come to the defense of Drifloon, or I guess both of them. They call attention to Legends Arceus, where they claim the Pokedex lore must have begun from people being worried about Drifloon, but they cite that there's no actual evidence of a Drifloon kidnapping a child in a Pokemon game, nor in the shows, nor anywhere. And I think they make a good argument when they say that Drifblim is actually not strong enough to lift a child. Could these various Pokedex entries over the years just be flat out wrong? Well, they definitely could if Neroli wrote them. If you have a Drifloon at level 21 and you shove 40 candies into its mouth, all at about the same time, it will evolve into Drifblim. Because its mouth is so small, the recommended method here is to get a cardboard tube from wrapping paper or a poster and fill it with the 40 candies. Then tilt back the Drifloon's head, position the tube, and release the candies. Drifblim is basically just a bigger Drifloon, although I don't think it makes sense that a balloon evolves into a blimp. I feel like a balloon evolving into a hot air balloon makes more sense. Plus, have you seen its shape? Wailord is blimp shaped. Anyway, what do I know? I just started researching Pokemon about a year ago. Well, here's the part where I have good news and bad news. The good news is, Neroli did send me some of his research. The bad news is, Grubbin was the one making copies, and I cannot for the life of me make out this Dex entry for Drifblim. The good news is, I think I've cracked the code on how Neroli does this, so I'm just gonna make one up and we'll check the real one later. It's basically gonna be something like, it's Drifloon, but a little bigger and better, and also somehow more mysterious. Okay, here we go. Perhaps seeking to be alone, it's often seen flying away from people. In rare cases, Drifblim have been spotted cradling plush toys while they sleep. Maybe they're lonely. And I'm not going to try to expound on something that I just made up. You will encounter these skill specialists at Greengrass Isle and the Old Gold Power Plant when you have dozing sleep. They seem to have migrated to these areas in high numbers. Maybe our presence at the Old Gold Power Plant has somehow awakened them. They actually have two main skills disguised as one. Stockpile and Spit Up work like the mainline games. You continue to stockpile until it spits up. When this happens, the damage, or in this case the Snorlax strength, scales with the number of stocks in the pile. And like in the main games, if you switch the Pokemon out, it resets completely. No baton pass in Pokemon Sleep, so sorry to the people who know why I said that. Not sorry that you know why I said it, just sorry that you've been waiting for this moment to shine with your knowledge and it doesn't matter. Drifloons are ghosts, so they find blueberries, and they'll either bring you acorns, boil, and Mediterranean potatoes. Grubbin. I think this is meant to say A, corn, B, oil, and C, potato. It's session 438, and let's tell you a little bit more about this Drifloon situation. People started reporting it on the web before Pokémon Sleep announced it, so it's been kind of a big deal. I actually hope they continue to release Pokémon like this. I thought that was really cool. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, the raging debate seems to be, does Drifloon have a higher spawn rate on Fridays? And I'm going to guess yes, but I don't know. So just keep perpetuating that rumor until we know for sure. And we have been blessed by Drifloon itself, as well as Magneton, Metapod, Pikachu, and Flaffy. But we have to catch the new one. Whoa, we have 3 new sleep styles today? Well, we know one is that Drifloon, so I bet... Oh, actually, another one is that Drifloon. Clevo, watch out, it's gonna kidnap you! Oh wait, it's just a doll. Neroli was right. For once in his life. Pacifying Sleep 3-star, that's cool. Oh, I give it a hug. It's so sweet. Kinda just want to go hold its hand. I'll do anything for you, Drifloon. Whoa! Did that Drifloon just ollie 720 from the ground? That was awesome. Now I'll really do whatever you want me to do. Okay, looping sleep is probably the coolest kind of sleep unless you're trying to sleep. Oh, and it just puts its hands up like in a W shape to say, whatever. Yeah, I'm awesome. I did that. Oh, and that other one from the starting screen is also like, whatever. Yeah, we're cool. Well, 3 Drifloons. That's pretty cool, I guess. It's weird that we didn't get any of the other new spawns. And none of them are courteous enough to arrive at the campsite hungry. They all ate before they came. Alright, let's take home at least 2 Drifloon today. They're here, they're new, we gotta get some of this. So, here's the deal with Drifloon. There's lots of discussion going on about, is Stockpile worth it? And I'm not gonna try to weigh in on that because they're smarter people than me. But go look up Velociraptor's video on this. Basically, if its skill trigger rate is as often as an Espeon, then you're probably better off just going with Espeon for the guaranteed strength. Now, if it's less than that, then just don't use Drifloon ever. But if it's more than that, then we'll see where the discussion goes. But in a game with so much RNG already that's so unpredictable, and then we're like, here's a main skill, it could trigger right away, or it could trigger 10 times from now. I don't see a world where Drifloon is relevant unless it's just triggering constantly. And maybe it will be. Oh, and maybe you love us. Is that a confirmation that I'm right? You're worthless? Or you're everything? Time will tell, but the general consensus right now among players is that Drifloon kind of seems like it's not going to be worth using. Unless you get a team of all Drifloon, and you're just going Drifloon Mania, which could be fun on its own. Okay, Neroli, hey, we did it. I would say today we made serious strides. And I'm not even going to consider switching the picture here. Of the spawns today, we say prioritize a new Pokemon, then Magneton, then Pikachu, then Flaffy, then Metapod. But some people really like their Butterfrees, and you can't go wrong. If you catch my Drifloon, 99 Drifloons floating down to Greengrass Isle. Panic bells, it's red alert. That one just kidnapped a child. Alright, we want to see skill trigger M, skill trigger S, helping speed plus, helping bonus, helping... Okay, we got skill trigger S. Skill level up M is not bad for a skill specialist. It's gonna have to have a great nature. Oh, it's gonna have to try to find somebody else to lead into a sense of carnal security. Alright, sorry new guy, let's look at the other new guy. Oh, this one's got the juice. Can we get some skill triggers? E. M is better than S. And can we get something else? Okay, level 100. Okay, that's a good nature. I think we could probably find a better Drifloon than this one if we're gonna use it. But we'll probably catch it as often as we catch the other new Pokemon right now. And I'm open to using any Pokemon if we find a great one of it. Hey YouTube, break it up down there. I'm telling you, these Pokemon, they act like they're all happy, but when you're not looking, they're fighting. Let's do this again sometime. Happy researching.